Drug action. So many students request me to explain about the drug action, especially the primary action and especially the secondary action. What is primary action? What is secondary action? See, this drug action is actually a topic related to the subject organon of medicine. The organon of medicine will going to taught you in the second year, but first year you have to know about the basic things. So drug action is explained in homeopathic pharmacy in very basic way. Okay, you are going to study about the drug action in detail in your second year. Hey students, welcome you all in the world of homeopathic pharmacy. My name is Dr. Bhakti Kiste and my today's topic is drug action. What is the primary action? What do you mean by the secondary action? What is secondary counter action? What is secondary curative action? Okay. So the primary action, I am giving you one example. If you drink a coffee, you feel very fresh for some time, and after some time you feel like sleepy and feel dull. Okay, so when you take the coffee and you feel fresh, this was the primary action. And then after some time when you feel very dull, this was the secondary action. Okay, so I'm going to explain you the primary action and secondary action in a very simple way with a proper example. Okay, so let's start the lecture. Drug action. Drug action on healthy human beings. Drug action may be chemical. Chemical action means depending on the chemical affinity which exists between the drug and body tissue. This is independent of the vitality. Now the example regarding example of the chemical action. The opium. Okay, opium is for the sleeplessness. Okay, so the active principle of opium leads to the proper sleep. Okay, so this is the chemical action of the opium. Now the second one is the mechanical action. This is exhibited by the effort of the body to throw away the offending substances. Okay, the mechanical action of drug. Okay, sometimes some patient vomit the food. Okay, and after that, after vomiting, he feel relaxed. Okay, so what are that noxious substances or unwanted substances present in the stomach? They throw away. Okay, and after that they get relaxed. No need to take any kind of antibiotic or no need to take any special care. Only just they vomited out the unwanted substance. Okay, this is the mechanical action of the drug. Third one is the dynamic action. So dynamic actions are those actions whose technical known how cannot be explained but the effect are perceived. Okay, so we cannot see the action but we can feel its effect. It is called as the dynamic action. These dynamic effects may be generic or specific. Now what do you mean by the generic? Okay, so the common to all the members of certain class of drugs. For example, vomiting, diarrhea with cold sweat and cramp of the extremities are the symptom produced by the dynamic effect of arsenic, cuprum, veratrum and antimonium. All these four drugs show the same symptoms. Okay, it is called as the generic action. Now about the specific action. Related to the particulars, it is related to the susceptibility of the patient and the conditions of application and also the doses. Okay, so specific action of the drug means it is related to the susceptibility of that patient. We all know that susceptibility of the children's are high. Okay, and the susceptibility of the adolescents, the old people, the susceptibilities are low. Okay, so depending on the depending upon the susceptibility, we can prescribe a specific dose to that patient, it is called as the specific drug action of that drug. Okay, generic, the group of symptom which is shown by so many drugs. I had give you the example. And the specific action of any drug means it is related to the specific person depending on its susceptibility. Okay, okay, so this is all about the drug action. See, chemical drug action, chemical action, a specific chemicals present in that drug or the active principle of drug, their action, it is called as the chemical action. Mechanical action, this is the exhibited by the effort of the body to throw away the offending substances. Okay, excess bile, excess sugar, excess food, okay, they expel it through the body. The dynamic action, we can never see its effect, we can never see this action, but we can feel its effect. And the generic means a group of symptom which is shown by so many drugs. And specific means a specific dose for a specific person depending on its susceptibility. Okay, I hope you are getting me. Dr. Samuel Hahnemann had recognized this action by primary and the secondary actions. The chemical and mechanical actions of drug belonging to the primary action and the dynamic actions belonging to the secondary action. So what is primary action? Every agent that act upon the vitality, every medicine derange more or less the vital force and cause a certain alteration in the health of individual for a longer or shorter period. This is called a primary action. Okay, the secondary action, the automatic defensive reaction of the vital force against the primary action of the drug, is called as the secondary action. Now what do you mean by the primary actions? See, before few minutes ago I told you one example of the coffee. When you take the coffee, you feel fresh. Okay, this is the primary action. When you take the medicine, that medicine exhibit certain changes in the vitality. कुछ तो changes आपके vital force में होते हैं. Okay, we can call it as a medicine homeopathic aggravation. Okay, जो symptoms present है वो थोड़े से slightly जो है aggravate हो जाते हैं, या कभी कभी जो है वाइटल फोर्स जो है वो कुछ तो उसको रिएक्शन देता है. वाइटल फोर्स जो है वो मेडिसिन लेने के बाद उसको कुछ तो एनर्जी मिलती है, उसको कुछ एक्शन होता है. दैट इज़ कॉल्ड एज द प्राइमरी एक्शन. ओके, आप जो मेडिसिन ले रहे हैं, यू आर टेकिंग यू टुक दैट मेडिसिन डिरेंज योर वाइटल फोर्स इन सर्टन अमाउंट. ओके, इफ़ यू आर गिविंग एक्यूट मेडिसिन देन इट इज़ फॉर द शॉर्ट पीरियड, and if you are giving deep acting medicine, then for longer period it acts on your vital force. Okay, so that was the primary action. Secondary action. Okay, so secondary action means it supports the primary action. It is just opposite of the primary action, but it helps to cure. Okay, in which way? Okay, there are two another types of the secondary action, counter action and the curative action. Okay, but first I am going to explain you this primary action again and again, that there is any deviation in your vital force after taking the homeopathic medicines, it is called as the primary action. मेडिसिन लेने के बाद आपके वाइटल फोर्स में माइन्यूट से माइन्यूट जो भी चेंजेस होते हैं वो उस ड्रग का प्राइमरी एक्शन होता है. ओके, नाउ अबाउट द सेकेंडरी एक्शन. Secondary action mainly is of two types, the secondary counter action and secondary curative action. First is secondary counter action. When the exact opposite condition of the primary action is possible, it is called as the secondary counter action. Okay, and when the exact opposite condition of primary action is not possible, it is called as the secondary curative action. Now about the secondary counter action. Now secondary counteraction. Okay, secondary counteraction means it leads to the exact opposite condition of the primary action. Okay, it is like a contraria contribus. Okay, so example. Okay, if you immerse your one hand, okay, in lukewarm warm water for some times, okay, that hand feels hot. Okay, while you when you put your hand from out from that warm water, after some time that hand was getting cold. Okay, and it is more colder than the second hand. Okay, so it gives you the एग्जैक्ट अपोजिट कंडीशन. ओके, आप जब गर्म पानी में थोड़ी देर के लिए हाथों को डुबाते हैं, एक हाथ आप डुबाते हो, उसको बाहर निकालते हो, थोड़ी देर के लिए वो गर्म होता है, बाद में धीरे 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 करके वो इतना ठंडा हो जाता है कि दूसरा जो हाथ है उससे भी ये हाथ आपको ज़्यादा ठंडा लगेगा. ओके, तो ये क्या हो जाता है कि एग्जैक्ट अपोजिट कंडीशन हो जाती है. ठीक है, कि पहले गर्म पानी में हाथ डाला था तो गर्म था, और बाद में जो दूसरा हाथ है नॉर्मल जो है उससे भी वो हाथ जो है आपका ठंडा पड़ जाता है. सो इट इज़ द कॉन्ट्रेरियो कॉन्ट्रबिस. ओके, एग्जैक्ट अपोजिट कंडीशन ऑफ द प्राइमरी एक्शन. ओके, ये हो जाता है सेकेंडरी काउंटर एक्शन. इट इज़ अ वेरी सिंपल एग्जाम्पल. ओके, यू कैन राइट इट इन योर एग्जाम्स ऑल्सो. ओके, इट इज़ वेरी गुड एग्जाम्पल ऑफ द सेकेंडरी counter action. Now about the secondary curative action. So in secondary curative action, this exact opposite condition is not possible. Okay, so secondary curative action help to cure the patient. Okay, so the secondary curative action is most important to cure the patient. Okay, because exact opposite condition is not formed here. Okay, so in this case the primary action gets supported and the secondary curative action leads to the cure. ठीक है, if you are prescribing medicine, it shows the primary action, the secondary action will definitely going to cure the patient. Okay, it is the proper way of the treating, that the primary action, then the secondary curative action, and then patient feels better. Okay, if the symptoms of secondary counteraction will aggravate the symptoms, will change the direction of symptoms also. Okay, in the second year, these primary action and secondary action is explained in detail with their aphorism. Okay, proper aphorism, the proper language of that aphorism, and it is explained in a better way. But for the first year, you have to know about what is it. ओके, आपके बेसिक कंसेप्ट क्लियर होने चाहिए कि प्राइमरी एक्शन क्या होता है, सेकेंडरी एक्शन क्या होता है. अदरवाइज़ आप लोगों को सेकेंड ईयर में ऑर्गन ऑफ मेडिसिन में विथ एफोरिज्म एक प्रॉपर लैंग्वेज में उन्होंने इसको बहुत अच्छे से एक्सप्लेन किया हुआ है. ठीक है, देन नेक्स्ट थिंग, the drug action of various doses in a healthy human beings. Drug administration in excessively large dose. What happened if we administer the drug in a large doses? It produces certain symptoms during the initial stages of their drug action, which are followed by the symptoms exactly opposite in the nature to those symptoms produced in the initial stages. So we must have to avoid this secondary the symptoms of the secondary action. Okay, and while you are administrating the excessively large dose, the secondary action the symptoms shows the secondary action, and the primary action is hidden over there. The symptoms of primary action is not shown directly, they show the symptoms of the secondary action. Okay, so in large doses the drug produces secondary action in addition to the primary action. Okay, and it is not a proper way to treat. Second thing, the drug administered in the moderate doses. rarely produce the secondary action. They only produce the primary action, with the exception in the cases of the narcotic drugs. In the moderate doses, even narcotic drugs produce a secondary action. Okay, so drug administration in the moderate doses, it is good to administer in the moderate doses. Then about the drug administration in infinitesimal dose, Dr. Samuel Hahnemann always suggests to prescribe to administer the small dose, the infinitesimal dose. Okay, never produce a secondary action except in idiosyncratic persons. Now, idiosyncratic persons means oversensitive persons. Okay, so when you are administering a drug in infinitesimal doses, it never shows the secondary action. It gives a gentle, harmful relief to the patient. This is all about the drug action, okay, the primary action and secondary action. Okay, it is very easy to understand. Let me know, did you like this video and what another topic you want me to explain. I hope you like this video. Thank you very much.